On July 12th, 2019, I called the restaurant 20 minutes before I arrived, and they thankfully had a table so I could have dinner at this place called Contra. I came into this meal with a lot of expectations. Friends of mine have worked here. Some of you folks have requested this meal. The reputation of Chef Fabian and Jeremiah's Lower East Side one Michelin-starred place precedes itself. So let's begin, shall we? Glass of sparkling Cremant de Jura to start. I love the wine program here and how they were super accommodating to let me taste different wines off the pairing list, not just off the by the glass list throughout the meal. First bite here is a coriander cracker with lobster tartare that's smeared like a paste over the cracker, fermented kohlrabi and torn sunchoke leaves. Really set the tone for the entire meal here with that hipster, pseudo-Scandinavian presentation, but being delicious and interesting to eat. I definitely support the smearing the tartare maneuver. First course here of different presentations of fruits and vegetables, starting closest to me and going counterclockwise. Spinach here at the bottom, cucumber with sesame, fava bean paste, kale, rhubarb jam, and an apricot in the middle that's cooked in dashi. It was super hot in New York during this week, and I do a ton of walking when I go on trips like this, so to have a bowl of crunchy and acidic vegetables prepared so thoughtfully was actually an amazing way to start the meal. Next to that, there's sourdough bread with cultured butter. You bet your udders I got another butter. Whose channel do you think you're watching right now? A tofu dish next with buckwheat, chives, dashi, and caviar. It was kind of a lot of tofu to eat, and I've never actually made tofu myself before, but I'm aware of how much work it is, so I appreciated the dish. I just wouldn't have wanted another spoon of it. Confit cherry tomatoes with lemon, mussels marinated in white wine vinegar, nasturtium leaf and flour, as well as super thin raw onions here. I find it really funny that this directly reminds me of a dish we used to serve on the menu in Norway. Very clear Scandinavian influences on this entire menu, but this dish was bright, savory, juicy, and sharp. I really love all these flavors with shellfish. Next up, a wine named the Pearl Thief. It's a wine from the Sierra Nevadas, Sauvignon Blanc and Roussanne, kept on skins for a week. Really delicious to pair with the next few dishes. This is skate with sea beans, olives, and a salsa verde made with fermented blueberries. I have so much respect for cooking skate. I know how difficult it is, and when I have it prepared well like this, where it's a crispy outside, really tender flesh, I personally think you don't need a fancy garnish to go with it. This was a solid, briny presentation from the ocean. American beef, a crossbreed between Angus and Wagyu, B52 peas, which is a crossbreed between English peas and sugar snaps, and a sauce of vinjon and mushrooms. I absolutely prefer nice beef paired with a lighter garnish like this, plus who doesn't love a good vinjon sauce, am I right? Also, shout out to Roland Lanier, keeping your incredible knives in New York despite the critics. Send any love, my man. Of course I went with the cheese course. This is a payoyo cheese made from sheep's milk, microplaned over a fig and drizzled with fig leaf oil. Simple, salty, sweet, it was delicious. A fascinating, slightly effervescent sweet wine blend of Gamay and Pulsard from Sardone here, vintage 2018. Really delicious to pair with a dish, so tasty I was frustrated with how simple it was. A two-toned ice cream flavored with plum and lavender. Candied anise hyssop leaves on the top and a plum jam inside the little crater too. Man, this was a good dessert. Flavors of mango next with burnt honeycomb and sorrel to garnish. Most of you know I love any and all things mango, and this was no exception. Great fruity way to finish. Total for this stunner of a meal came to $188.76, and with the tasting menu alone being just $89 of this cost, I have no problem recommending Contra to you or anyone you know that is in New York and wants to experience this fantastic down-to-earth staff, stellar wine program, a Lower East Side grunge feel about it, and a Scandinavian polish made this one of my favorite meals of 2019, and I'm so happy that I can share it with you here. Hey, do me a favor if you want. Get some color on that like button. The YouTubes likes it. I likes it, and it's a free way to support more videos like this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I really hope you have a good one.